What's up, guys? Welcome back to Deep South Bayou Diesel. So had a bit of a hectic morning today. This thermostat was changed on my wife's SUV here. This looks like an original. It may not be. It just says it's a Motorcraft, and I know you can buy Motorcraft, but what are the odds if that is the original and it's like a little over 200,000 miles? Or no, just under 200,000 miles on this one. But that did fix the problem. I had a check engine light that was coming on saying that coolant level below efficiency or something like that. I don't remember the code, but that squared away. It kept reading the temperature level was below normal. Now it sits just a hair behind normal, but that code is gone. Everything's good. As for this rig here, my starter went out. So I actually have a new starter ordered. I'm waiting for it to come in. So once that gets here, hopefully that will solve the issue. I know I was getting 12 volts with it in neutral, but I was not getting a reading in park. So I may have an issue with my transmission range sensor, but I'm going to wait until my starter gets here, which it should be Monday. Today's Saturday. So when the starter gets here, it's 2 bolts that pulls it off the transmission. And then, well, it's really just a bracket that sits between the transmission and the starter itself. But anyway, so I'm going to get that changed out and see if it'll start in park. If not, then I'll change out the transmission range sensor. And it looks like possibly I have sold this truck finally. So if that's the case, great, because I've been trying to sell this truck to get a transmission for this truck. Because all this truck needs is a transmission, and I drive it still. It's just that sometimes, every now and then, it'll get a little finicky, and it'll give codes that it's not shifting properly. But so far, it's been doing great. But I would like to have a replacement transmission on hand, so when this thing finally decides to kick the bucket, I can go ahead and drop the old transmission, stick in the new transmission. And I'm not getting a used transmission. I am getting a I think it's a remanufactured, or it's a new transmission. I think it's a remanufactured transmission that is dyno tested. So it's $2,500, I believe, after tax, and that's complete, shipped to me at my doorstep, whatever. And luckily I work for a construction company, so I could technically just have it shipped directly to the shop where I work. My supervisor does it with some of the things that he does, and it's not that big of a deal. So I'll just have the transmission shipped there, and then I can go around the back, and then they could just load my transmission onto the back of this truck. Because my plan is, once that truck is gone, during bad weather and cold weather, I'll drive this. But when it's warm, like it is today, once I get it squared away, I'll ride my bike. And I have a lot coming up for my bike. My other channel, I'll probably just, I don't know if I'm going to dissolve it, because I really don't feel like running 2 channels. Because once I get my ranch up and going, I'm just going to convert this channel into my ranch channel. So I don't really want to have a bunch of different channels. I know some people are fine doing that. It's just me. I don't have that kind of time on my hands. I'm not young. You know, I'm not really into technology like that. I say that as I have Android radios in both these vehicles. And I did activate my mobile hotspot with my phone company, so everything works great. The Android radio works great. I will make an update video next time I'm in town. because out here I still don't have great signal, and when you activate your mobile hotspot, it disconnects from your Wi-Fi. So therefore, even though you're connected, you're not getting any service because your phone doesn't have service. But anyway, yeah. So what I'm wanting to do is get this bumper here. All I did was I pulled some backup lights out. So this was my old bumper. I got this out of a salvage yard. I pulled it off of an excursion. So it worked for the time that I needed it. But I got this bad boy right here from Facebook Marketplace. And you know, I have the lights on the outer portion instead of the inner portion, so that works out even better. So this is ready to go into my metal pile. But yeah, when it warms up, I will be filming. I think my wife bought a stand. I think it would accept my cell phone, but I plan on doing a video. It's going to be sped up, but it's going to be showing me sanding all of this down, sanding my bed liner down to where it's all not 100% smooth, but just to where I'll have a little bit more bite. But I'll be taking these tail lights off, you know, covering up my mirror or my windows, pulling my mirrors off, I'll just be taking the door handles completely out, and I'll be covering my running rails, tires, all that. I'm not pulling off my door badges or my fender badges. I will just be masking those because there's no need to take them off. That's dumb. And if you're looking at that little line going across the top there, I made contact with someone's trash can. Because they didn't have it all the way off the road. I thought it was, and I made contact with it. But as you can see, it literally just rubs right off. I love bed liner, because had this have been regular paint, it would have taken my paint off. It would have, at least at the minimum, got into my clear coat. But yeah, this literally rubs right off, and you keep on trucking. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have a shuts gun, so all I need to do is remove what I don't want painted, cover up what I don't want painted, and then I'm going to mask over these badges, and then of course I'll give it a good wash. But I plan on recoating this entire truck with bed liner. This is Rust-Oleum, and I rolled this on, and if you have a keen eye, you can see in places like here, and see, that's another thing. I want to get rid of this here where I had chunks on my roller, and when I tried to get it off, it just created a fingerprint, and when I went back over it, it just did it all over again. But you have this here, which these are 2 gouges. They're not as bad as they used to be, and they wouldn't be that noticeable if it weren't so dirty. But I need to get some Bondo and fill that back up to where, you know, it'll look nice and flush. But yeah, here's also where I made contact with that trash can. So what it was is, it was at night, there was a car coming on the opposite side, and I was getting all the way over, and again, I didn't notice that the trash can wasn't all the way out of the road, and so I made contact with the trash can. It looks just like my trash can, but that's why it come off like that color. But yeah, what I was saying is, if you have a keen eye, like this back corner here, I've touched up over the year. I think is how long it's been since I painted this. But if you look, there are some places that are shinier, and that's where I've touched it up. But yeah, all I need to do is give this thing, you know, sand it down, and then go over it with my shuts gun instead of a roller, and it should come out much nicer. And see, here's another spot right here that I can see, since it's dirty. I might just Bondo that right there. It's just a little tiny dent. I mean, it's barely noticeable, but it's there. So I'll probably go over that with some Bondo just to make it look a lot nicer. And I plan on getting a billet fuel door for this, because this is actually bent, and well, I kind of fixed it just then from lifting up on it, but I have to keep touching this area up because every time, and see, that's sunk in too, and that's another problem. But that keeps scratching the paint off every time I open and close it. So that's getting replaced with a black billet aluminum fuel door. And I thought they were cheap, kind of like when I had my Mustang. You can get those all day long for like 20, 30, 40 bucks. Not anymore. The thing's 118 bucks, and that's before tax. But, you know, here's another imperfection. It's not that big of a deal, but it's where there were clumps on the roller. I mean, it looks good at a distance. It looks phenomenal at night. This right here is also from me pulling the trash can, you know, taking it to and from the curb. But we have one of those trash can carriers now, so no more having to hold on to the thing driving down the driveway, which is, it's been awesome. I love the thing. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. I gave it to my wife because if I have to keep pulling the thing, that's fine. But if she ever wanted to take the trash can to the curb, it's that simple. It's just as simple as you know, hooking this up to your little thing here, putting the pin in wherever that is. I don't know where it is. It's on my other hitch receiver, or well, that's the hitch receiver, but the hitch, wherever I put it, it might be on the back of that truck over there. I have no idea, but yeah, all you do is you put the handle down in that little piece that looks like that, and then put you a bungee around it, and you're golden. Just head on down the driveway, just go slow. But yeah, things are coming along. You know, good things are about to happen. I'm super excited about the warm season coming around. It's like almost 80 degrees today, but we're going right back into the cold season. Sunday it's supposed to be a high of 50 something, like 54, 55. And then the rest of the week it's just going to keep dropping. And at night we're going back into the 20s. I'm excited because I wasn't ready for this hot ass weather. I'm not a summer person. I don't like the hot weather. I know everyone is like, oh, it's cold, I'm miserable. I love the cold weather for two reasons. One, it's not hot. And two, more people stay at home and I get to enjoy not having a whole bunch of traffic jams. Anyway, but yeah, that's just an update. And my starter was actually supposed to be here today, but UPS dropped the ball on that, so they're saying it'll be here Monday. But it's not that big of a deal. It's 2 bolts. On these Super Duties, they're super easy to change out the starter. There's multiple videos, but I'm probably going to record it myself just to have an extra one out there that, you know, something someone else may have missed. I'll, you know, it'll be a true how-to. You know, I'm a DIYer. You know, I do my own work. I have 30 plus years of automotive experience, but you know, I will probably do an actual true how-to DIY, change out the starter, because it's stupid easy. I mean, if you want someone to learn how to change out a starter, you should teach them on a Super Duty. That's just my honest opinion. But anyway, I'm going to get on off of here because I have other stuff to do other than jaw jack while holding a camera. I'm not from that generation, but I got to go throw this in my metal pile and take care of other stuff. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Later, Gators.